Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm that 1320 chick, and if you're wondering why it looks like I got in a giant bar fight, no cool story. I literally just have a sty. Really cute, I know, but I didn't want to push this video back because it's really good information on what's going on with the car. Basically, what ended up happening is my engine is not going to be making it to TX2K. We decided, Brian and I collectively, that we were going to use the engine for our SN95 Coyote swap. So, to go back a little bit, I haven't wanted to go in a ton of detail on why the engine isn't here because I feel like it's very hard to explain when I don't have something to point at or a diagram. Basically, in September, I started noticing that the car was going through a little more coolant than it probably should have. Usually when you use coolant, it's not as scary or intimidating as when the bottle starts to fill up. That's usually a worse sign. We watched it, we monitored it, everything ran fine, and there was no white smoke on startup. So we figured that the engine was going to be coming apart anyway in about 2 months, September to November. So we figured we would just leave it. We monitored it, made sure it was fine. Took the car apart, and we did find that there was a little bit of damage to the crank, so we sent it out to get polished, and it ended up taking a couple weeks, as well as a few back-ordered parts. So unfortunately, it was just stuff that we couldn't handle or was out of our control. And we decided that we really still wanted to go to Texas, so we were gonna send it on Brian's stock motor. So now the car has a stock bottom end, which is going to be a little goofy to say since I'm used to it having a built bottom end. The plan will be, we are gonna go to Cletus and Cars in Indy, which is April 18th. So the plan is to have my car back to the way it is with my engine if everything is there and nothing is held up. Also, the car will be going 10 rib. I don't know if I've said that at all either. I'll explain all that when those parts are back in. But the only way to do this and feel comfortable about not blasting the stock engine, my dad and I compromised, and he wants to keep the car 6 rib for Texas. So the light at the end of the tunnel is they are going to be dividing TX2K into heavyweights. Basically the fast group and a slower group. So I might get lucky and be the fastest of the slow guys. So I'm trying to stay positive, and you're probably wondering why the heck that I'm just doing this anyway and not just scrapping the trip. And the reason for that is because it's just a really great opportunity to meet people and hang out with people, and I've just really, really wanted to go, and Brian and I are not quitters. So that's the backstory on that, and this video is going to be about getting the engine to the shop and basically getting the car all back together. And then the next video will be going to Texas. So I hope you guys enjoy this and don't think that we're too crazy. It's just been a wild couple weeks, and you're probably wondering why the heck I have this sty. I guess sties are they can be caused from stress, and this has been a stressful week, or stressful couple weeks dealing with the car, and Brian and I actually bought a new house. So we are signing on that tomorrow, and it's just been one thing after another. So hopefully once we are back from Texas, everything will finally come back together and this will go away. But hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have any questions, as always, please leave a comment below. So basically what Brian's trying to do right now is take the spare donor engine, the engine for this car, and somehow get it to the truck. So we are going to be somehow rigging this up because we don't have the same tool that we use to get it out of the donor.
Which really is its own question of what the hell happened to it.
Well, our garage is not necessarily that clean, but we have reorganized it recently, so I'm kind of surprised.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, as crappy as it may look, it is organized.
So, even though this engine came out of a manual car, the ECU won't know the difference, which is good. So it shouldn't give us any issues with tuning. However, the Whipple should be happier than ever because We're reuniting the Whipple with its first love right here. This is the engine the Whipple came off of. And it's now come full circle. That it's now the engine it's going to run 8s with.
Yeah, okay.
Put it out there, girl.
All right, I'll put it out there.
You don't sound confident.
Put it in the comments. Will I run 8s on a stock bottom end?
You better. Ship it, girl.
If the SN says it's running 8s.
says risk it for the biscuit.
The SN running 8s, though, on the stock bottom end is a little bit more feasible because it doesn't weigh 4,200 pounds. So, we'll be going over that and figuring that out, but I think we just need some good vibes, guys, so please put it in the comments. We appreciate it. I can't believe you're here.
Mine?
Yeah.
How ridiculous is it right now?
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I assumed it would be. Come on, engine.
Don't crush that. What's that a balancer from?
The engine.
Do we have to take it with us?
We should just use yours because it's happy and it knows itself. But I don't know. What do you think? Should we use the OG balancer or the one that we know hasn't given us any issues all year long?
I haven't heard that balancers can cause issues, so now you have me worried.
Well, me neither, but I'm just asking.
Just bring it just in case. I'd rather just have a spare. This is very terrifying.
What?
It's just scary looking. I feel like this would be the only reason why I'd want a kid, so I could be like, hey, go grab the washers with your tiny hands.
Hey, little tiny man.
Hey, little tiny, hey, our kid could be a girl.
Hey, little tiny human.
Little tiny child.
Little tiny what?
Little tiny child. And the child would be closer to the ground, so our fat asses don't have to bend over.
And rip our pants.
More.
More.
Cobra R style hood from Cervini's. And I'm really excited about it. I've wanted a Cobra R for an S550 since the S550 came out. And you're probably saying, why would you go with a heavier hood? Well, you know what? Because it's not about, in this case, it's about form, not function. And it's only a little bit heavier, it's not much. And besides, the beautifulness of it is absolutely worth it. Oh, it's just so good. So good. Here you see Brian and I setting the new hood on the car. I'm going to be honest, I was just being a child and couldn't wait any longer because I really wanted to see what it looked like all together. While we had it, we actually weighed it and we weighed the stock hood to see how much the weight difference was, and contrary to popular belief, the Cervini's hood was only 6 pounds heavier,
From what we've been seeing on the internet, everyone was saying it was 15 to 20 pounds heavier, so I was really excited to see that it wasn't that much.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking the OEM latch from my old hood and I will be transferring it over to that hood. I also have on this hood I had the struts instead of the bar to hold the hood up. So I'm just going to be quickly taking this off. Ooh, too small. Thought that was gonna be my first guess. No, that was right. First guess. So we're gonna be doing this, and then I will show you the guys the fun stuff of putting the engine in.
My friend Mackenzie and I actually took the parachute apart. We did this because they recommend that you take the parachute apart and repack it after it's been sitting. So I figured I needed the extra practice anyway. So her and I triangled it out and packed it up. This part was actually pretty easy, but the part with trying to compress the pilot spring, not so easy. But I'm glad I got a little bit of extra practice before Texas.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
I'm scared, sorry.
Did you even turn it on? You're just on the brake, the car's not on?
And I'm sure it would turn funky too after like the summer.
Hey Joe, you ready to try it?
Don't even think about it. Put on brake, hit the button.
Wait, does it need like fluids and shit?
No, we put oil in it.
It's got oil.
There's no coolant in it, but I mean, we'll fill it up afterwards. Hella dead.
Is there another one?
I don't know, let's see. All right, third time's a charm.
There you go.
Doesn't sound right.
It's just gotta get oil through it. You gotta remember, your trans makes a extra noise. No, it sounds normal.
We are just buttoning everything up to head down to Texas. Today is Monday the 9th. We decided that we are gonna leave tonight. We are just getting the last couple things done. My dad did dyno it today. It made 870. Previously in the spring, it made 935. Probably wondering why it made a little less. My dad is very terrified of the stock bottom end, so we decided, hey, come over here since you're being a creep and walking through my video.
I'm putting your car back together. You deal with YouTube. I'll deal with your car.
Just come over and say hi.
Me and Wiley are having good bonding time. You have bonding time with your peoples.
Okay.
I'll make this sure this pretty girls together.
Thank you. So it made less this time because my dad actually took 4 degrees of timing out of the tune, and he did that because he is kind of terrified of the stock bottom end, which I don't blame him since we are kind of too. So Brian says ship it. When it made 885 last year, it was when I ran the 930 on a 90-degree day. So who knows? With the correct prep and the DA and everything like that, this thing could do low 9s again on this power. Who really knows? And it is a little bit heavier than we did the 9.1, so it could be anywhere between 950 and 899. So honestly, in my opinion, as long as it stays together and we get some awesome photos and hang out with some badass people, then can't complain. We're gonna be, I guess, vlogging or however people do it on the way down. So we're gonna try to put out videos every day if we're able to edit that much. But I'm really happy with it, and I'm gonna get some good photos so you guys can actually see that it's teal, not blue. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like, but I think the lighting in my dad's shop kind of skews it a tiny bit. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever, let me know. I'll be at Texas. I'll probably post on Instagram where we're going to be parked if you guys would like to come up and say hi. And if you're not there, I appreciate you guys' support. So see you guys later. Thank you.